Have you ever wondered why some kisses just feel magical while others fall flat? If you want to hold the key to a woman's heart, you need to know how to be an amazing kisser. In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your kissing skills, why you should trust my advice, and reveal the #1 common kissing mistake that most guys make. Plus, I'll break down the 7 steps to kiss like a pro and ensure this advice works for you, so you'll have your partner begging for more. If you're new to the channel, I'm James, and after fully immersing myself in the world of sex and relationships, I became a sex coach. Since then, I've traveled the world to speak on high-profile stages to become a trusted source of information and guidance, as well as having coached hundreds of men on how they could level up their skills in the bedroom to become unforgettable and reignite the spark in their relationships. In this video, we're jumping into a very underrated yet incredibly important skill, and it can make a huge difference in a relationship when done right. And that's the French kiss. The French kiss is an art few men have mastered, and the few that have, well, they can testify to how effective it is in having your partner really desire you. And these masterful kisses are incredibly important if you really want to satisfy your partner both inside and outside the bedroom. So if you want to reignite the spark and bring the passion back to your relationship, or if you want to have a great start to your relationship, then you're in the right place. I'm about to break down the biggest mistake guys make when kissing and give you a step-by-step guide that'll transform you into a kissing connoisseur. Trust me, your partner will thank you for watching this video. Step 1, setting the mood and building tension. First things first, the build up to a kiss is incredibly important if you want her to be feeling those fireworks. You can do this in a few different ways. You can change the environment around you by introducing subtle yet romantic or slightly sexual music before getting into things. The right kind of music is when it's not too distracting or overpowering. It should complement the mood you're trying to create so that you can both relax and focus on each other. On that note, make sure you clear out any other distractions, put your phones away, dim the lights, or get some candles. The subtle lighting can really help with making you feel more relaxed compared to the harsh lighting we usually operate in. Step 2, presence. Which brings us to presence. You want to enjoy this quality time together and be in the moment with your partner. This helps you become more in tune with her wants and desires. It also shows that right now, she is the priority and she has your attention, which helps deepen your connection before you've even started to kiss. The key then is to remain present the whole time because it will allow you to pick up on subtle cues from her, enhancing the entire experience. And as a bonus, you will actually feel a lot more pleasure from every kiss and touch. Step 3, start slow. When it comes time for the kiss, most guys become very goal-oriented, but this isn't a race or something you can rush. You want to start slow and gentle instead of getting over-eager like most guys where from the first second, they're just trying to get their tongue in her mouth and down her throat. You want to lightly brush your lips against hers and let her and yourself really enjoy that first moment of contact. And this first interaction between your lips can set the tone for the rest of the kiss, whether she ends it quickly or whether she wants to sit in that moment and really draw it out. And the important thing to remember here is that you can always do more. Starting out slow lets you gauge her reaction and can help you anticipate what she needs. But if you get too excited and go 0 to 100, there's a good chance you can kill the mood because she either might not like that intensity at all, or she just might not be ready for it yet. You can always do more later, but you can't always go backwards. Once you've given her that full-on intensity, that's killed her desire. Starting slow also shows confidence and control, qualities most women find attractive both inside and outside of the bedroom. And step 4, pay attention to your partner. Once you've got that slow start going, you'll be able to pay attention to your partner's body language and reactions and her style of kissing. Is she a soft kisser who focuses more on the lips and doesn't enjoy tongue? Is she the kind that likes a slightly rougher kiss and a few little bites? Is she someone who only likes the shallow and soft kind of kisses? If you aren't paying attention to her, you might miss those subtle hints she gives you that will set off those fireworks and have her feeling that chemistry with you. Other things you want to pay attention to that can help guide you is, do you feel her melting into you, or is she holding back? Are her movements eager, or are they hesitant? These cues can tell you a lot about what she's enjoying and what she's not. Don't be afraid to check in verbally as well. If you feel she is hesitant or a bit reserved, you can say something along the lines of, "Hey, you feel a little bit hesitant. Is there anything on your mind, or is there anything you like or don't like when it comes to kissing?" Contrary to what you might think, this won't make things weird or break the mood. It will actually show that you care about how she's feeling and shows a deep sense of emotional intelligence that you're picking up on something which can create more comfort for her. Sometimes just asking this will release a lot of that hesitancy she was having. And number 5, introducing the tongue. Now, this is the part you probably actually clicked on this video for, the technique. Everything before this was important to give you a good foundation, because if you don't have that, you might nail the technique, but you'll find that it only makes you slightly above average, and you'll only be a good kisser to a small percentage of women. When you lead with only the techniques and you can't stay present or you can't read her and adjust, you'll become very limited. Think of it kind of like dancing. You could be an amazing tap dancer and know all the moves and what to do with a tap partner or with that kind of music. But if you then try to dance salsa with a partner for the first time, you might hit a beat or a move here and there, but ultimately there'll be a lot of fumbling and your dance partner may feel you're not a good dancer at all, even though you've mastered tap. Now that that's out of the way, here's where your tongue technique really comes into play. Just like before, you want to slowly introduce your tongue to her, not ram it down her throat. Think of it more as an invitation to see if she accepts. If she doesn't, it could just mean that she isn't ready yet, or maybe she doesn't like tongue. And this way, you haven't made her uncomfortable by forcing her into a position where she might not be ready for it just yet. You can start by just pushing your tongue out a little bit to let her feel it on your lips. This can be incredibly sensual and is a clear signal of your intentions to go deeper with the kiss. Like with the dance example I gave you before, here you're taking the lead, but you're still very much in tune with your partner's movements. And pay attention to how she responds. Does she meet your tongue with equal enthusiasm, or does she pull back slightly? Whatever you read from her, you then adjust. This kind of balance of initiative and responsiveness is crucial, not just in kissing, but in all aspects of your relationship and life in general. And number 6, explore and experiment. Here it is. The biggest mistake most guys make when it comes to kissing. They get lazy and stop exploring and experimenting. It's one of the biggest complaints I hear from women. The kiss starts off great, then just becomes boring and monotonous because the guy found one thing that they think works good enough, and then they just stick to it. And they stay here because they don't want to risk trying something new and getting it wrong, because they think it'll kill the mood, or they may lose their chance of keeping the kiss going. But they don't take into account how quickly this becomes boring to a woman. A truly amazing kiss has ebbs and flows as a part of it, and it's the key to having her want more. Once you've established something that feels good and works for you both, that's the time to remember it and then try something different, because there is a good chance that there is something that could feel even better and create a better experience that they miss out on, simply because they didn't want to take the time to really explore everything. You want to change things up and try different rhythms. Try less tongue or more tongue. Try a gentle bite of her lower lip. Change up when and how you take breaks to breathe and go back in. Start slow and build the intensity and the depth of the kiss. Then go back to the softer, slower, more gentle kisses, and then switch it back up to the deeper, more passionate ones. Keep paying attention to your partner and her reactions. If she's responding positively to a particular moment, maybe she moans softly or presses closer to you, take note of that. Continue for a bit and then try something different. This is where your ability to read non-verbal cues comes in handy. And then to take the exploring one step further, what if you pulled away from her lips and instead focused some attention on her neck, her ears, or her jaw? Step 7, use your hands. You might be surprised by this one, but an amazing kiss doesn't just come down to your lips and your tongue. Your hands can add a whole new element and level to the experience. There are guys who will just kiss a girl and awkwardly just leave their hands by their side, or they'll just place them on the girl's waist and just never move them. But you're missing a massive opportunity to heighten the experience. If you wanted to feel you are the greatest kisser she's ever had, you have to make it a full body experience. You can do something simple like gently cupping her face and caressing her cheek with your thumb. This will add a little more tenderness to the kiss. You could run your fingers through her hair, starting at the nape of her neck and moving upwards. You could stroke her hair or give her a little head massage. You'll be surprised how effective this can be, but the scalp is a powerful erogenous zone that often gets neglected and can really set you apart and send tingles down her spine. If you have your hands on her waist, instead of just having them linger there, you can apply a bit more pressure and pull her into you to show her that desire and passion you have for her. A lot of women love this feeling of a firm yet gentle and comfortable grip on her. Strong enough for her to feel your power and not hurt her, but gentle and confident so it feels good. The key is to be gentle but purposeful in your movements. For example, placing one hand on the small of your partner's back while the other cradles her neck can create a sense of security and intimacy. The hand on the back shows support and brings your bodies closer, while the hand on her neck allows you to guide the kiss subtly. It's these small gestures that often make the biggest impact. They show that you're fully engaged and in tune to your partner's body, not just her lips. If you thought this video was good, then you'll love this next part. I've actually created a complete step-by-step foreplay mastery guide that goes over how you can supercharge your sexual relationships by implementing specific foreplay techniques. And no, it's not just some surface level BS you can find anywhere on the internet. If you want access to it, just DM me the word foreplay on my Instagram, which will be linked below, and I'll send it over.